All right, it looks like we are officially live. Welcome, everybody, and we'll give it a few seconds to let all the stragglers get in here. But for all of you that are here right away, we do appreciate your timeliness. And, of course, before we get started, we want to make sure that everybody can hear us today. So I can see that Chip and Terry and Kevin are all saying hi already. But if you can give me a 1 in the chat box or tell me where you're from so we know that you can hear us, that would be fantastic. I see Nadine is here. Welcome. And we'll wait a couple seconds to see that. Loud and clear, Kevin says. Awesome. All the way in Ireland, it's loud and clear. So that's good. That's what we like to hear. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. And so everybody knows, we'll get the housekeeping out of the way here. Yes, it is recorded. Yes, we can get you a replay afterwards. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about local marketing. We all know that that's kind of the big thing right now because, you know, I've been doing a lot more of it in the past year. And, boy, I'll tell you what a difference it's made in my life. And I think all of you that are willing to work hard and get into this local stuff, you're going to do really, really well. So we're going to buckle down, turn away all those distractions, and we're going to talk a whole lot about local marketing. We've got Shane here. Shane, you want to say hi to everybody?
How you doing, everybody? I see Terry, Chip, Kevin, Natalie, Kevin, Ron, Terry, Roger, Ralph. There's a ton of people in here. I really appreciate everybody.
45 where he is right now. That is crazy.
Jeez,
wow.
Jeez. My
goodness. In perspective, it's 45 here, so we're literally on the opposite side of that.
Yeah, I think it's 70. Because it's quite warm.
Nadine says there is a bit of a ghosting sound, which that may be on my end. So once Shane gets going, I will hit my mute button until I need to speak because I think it might be me because I'm actually stuck at home today. Long story there, but so I will mute myself as Shane gets into it. So hopefully that will go away pretty quick there. And John says hello from Gloucester, UK. Well, John, I am from Gloucester, Rhode Island. So there we go. We spell it different though. We don't have a U. We still have the CES, but we don't have the U. Martin says, greetings from Vienna. Nice.
Oh,
that's beautiful. The heart of Europe. I never knew Vienna was the heart of Europe, but now we know. I actually have quite a few good friends that were from Vienna. They never told me it was the heart. It was Martin. You'll know this better than anybody, but it was the Swarovski family. So they were friends of mine. They lived here because they did a lot of their jewelry out of the state of Rhode Island, and so I became good friends with that family for quite a number of years until I moved. So, all right. So with that, we gave the stragglers a little bit of time, and I know that 10 minutes from now it's going to double the number of people that are in here. But you know what? You guys, we're not going to make you wait while all those other people stroll in here. So we're going to turn things over pretty quick here. And just so you know, if you've got questions as we go on, please feel free to put them in the chat box. We always want to answer any questions that you have. We even have Justin, who's he's silent on here, but he's in here as well, so that he can help answer any questions that you have. But we'll definitely answer all those questions. And this is your time. So after the presentation, we talk about being a hero. Well, we'll stay as long as you guys have questions. We'll stick around. So with that, Shane, I will turn the time over to you, and I'll turn off my ugly mug so we don't have to stare at that the whole time. And if you're ready, take it away.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully everybody is extremely excited because, you know, my goal is to be able to present to you guys something very unique, something very different from something that you've ever seen before. Now, before we dive into this, can I just ask you guys a question? How many of you guys have local clients right now? Can you quickly just let me know in the chat box? And based on that, I'm going to know how to kind of gear our presentation to know if we're working with more advanced marketers or more people that are just getting started. You know, I want you guys to understand that we truly do respect your time. So ask away. This is literally meant for your success. So you can ask anything you want. Justin will be able to man the chat box as we go along. So I see a lot of people do. Kevin, Jeff, Chip, Natalie, Hillary. Beautiful. Terry says not yet. Roger says yes. Ralph says yes. Okay, we're talking with some pretty smart people here. That's awesome. All right. Well, my goal is to show you guys what we like to call the 6-step hero cheat code to learn the secret we use to convert non-techies like myself. I'm actually a personal trainer. I've done over 10,000 personal training sessions. I've been doing PT for the last 9 years. And, you know, I made a transition into local marketing just because You know, it's pretty hard to have a scalable business when you're trading time for money doing PT work, because I have to actually physically be there. So it's much easier to scale a business and be able to travel, which is one of my favorite things to do, and be able to actually bring a lot of value to these local businesses. And what we want to do is we want to be able to get you guys your very first client that's willing to pay you $1,497 per month as soon as tomorrow. So if that sounds good to you guys, go ahead and strap yourself in. I do ask, just turn off all distractions, please. Just give me at least 60 to 90 minutes of your time. Take notes, actually take notes, okay? Don't, just end up looking at some other platform or, some Facebook chat or something like that. Actually get focused and pay attention to what we're going to be talking about here, all right? I'm going to dive in. So I am Shane Brooks. I'm going to be the presenter talking to you guys today. And, the first question that I want to ask you guys is, why are you here? Are you guys here because you guys want to learn more effective ways to close clients? Are you here because you want to improve systems that you're currently running? Or are you here just because you want to land your very first client? What is it? What can I do for you guys today? Go ahead and let me know inside the chat box, of how much value I can bring you. Ask away and I'll be able to gear this presentation for you. Now, it all comes down to the why, because like anything, like going to the gym and trying to get in shape or trying to start your own business, it takes work, it takes a little bit of time, and it can be a little bit hard. And so knowing what your deepest why is always going to help you push through those tough times. It's going to help you be adaptive to the situation when something doesn't originally work, and being able to find a solution that will. And I wanted to start off by showing you guys this guy, Waqar. Now, Waqar literally was working at a restaurant, his family restaurant, flipping burgers for $10 an hour. And, he ended up watching this webinar. I got on a call with him. I showed him some of these very simple tech skills that I'm going to show you guys today. And he landed his very first client that paid him $2,500 up front and $500 a month. He literally just got started in marketing. And it's pretty amazing. But his deep why was his wife had a baby. And the day the baby came home, he was like, all right, it's time to actually put this into practice. He waited a couple weeks, wasn't really doing anything. Baby came home. He's like, all right, it's time to actually go out and take action. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So I do want to mention a couple things here. So if any of you guys are doing affiliate marketing, go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat box. You guys are doing affiliate marketing. We do it. We love it. But unfortunately, it's a little bit harder than marketers sometimes make it out to be, because you have to create really solid lead magnet that will get people to want to subscribe to your list. Once they're on your list, then you got to figure out how to make a perfect email sequence to nurture that list. Then you got to figure out how to sell products to that list while burning them out and people unsubscribing. And it's just this vicious cycle. And it can take months before you can actually dial that in and get it profitable. So it is definitely a great business model, but it's not as fast for making revenue. And then we also have, let me go back here, I missed one. So then we also have e-commerce. Now, e-commerce is also great. How many people are doing e-commerce here? Just give me a 2. This is going to help me gauge where we're currently at. So e-commerce is awesome. You can identify perfect niches like fitness or beauty or, even dating, whatever it is. And you can go and find products from Alibaba, purchase them wholesale. You got to build a website. Then you got to figure out how to run ads through Facebook and Google and Amazon. And then you got to pray that your profit margin is greater than your ad spend, which for me is one of the toughest things. So if you guys are doing e-commerce, listen, I'm there. I've been there. I know the struggle. It is not as easy as a lot of these people make it out to be. All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving along here. So my goal for you guys is that there has to be a better way to make quick revenue. That way you can actually just go and start your own business and not have to spend years trying to work on it. And my way out, like I said, being a personal trainer, was I started selling local businesses. I started bringing amazing services to them that really moved the needle for their business, ethically, things that they really loved that made a difference. And so my goal is, if I can get you one client that pays you $1,497 a month, that's going to be $18,000 a year. How many people? Go ahead and give me a hell yeah if that sounds pretty good. If we can get you one client that pays you $1,497 a month, which ends up bringing in about $18,000 a year, would that seem pretty good as a side hustle for you guys? Now, I actually did a call with Dan, and Dan did a call with me. I think it was like last month. It was the first week of December. And Dan said, so Dan comes from the financial world. He was already making about $200,000 to $300,000 a year, but he really hated what he did And we got on a call and he said, Shane, what is the fastest way I can get to $30,000 a month? Now, listen, not everybody, I don't want you guys to think that you're instantly going to do what Dan did, but he said, what is the fastest way to get there? And so we mapped out a plan, got very clear. Literally the next week, he locked in a client for $32,000. And then a week after that, locked in another client for $10,000. And this month, he's closing at around $45,000 in profit. So that is after a single month of doing the work that we do for local businesses. Now, these are higher ticket clients, some bigger clients, but I just want you guys to know that this is possible. All right, 1 week and he landed a $30,000 client. All right, and we're here for you as you need help and have questions. So we are not here to waste your time. This is going to be a completely no BS webinar. So please do me a favor, turn off your phone, turn off Facebook. If you're serious about improving the systems for your current agency, or you just want to lock in that first client paying you money, this is going to be the webinar for you. So if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you some extra goodies, right? Out of respect for your time, I'm going to give you the Instant Expert Checklist that we use to help lock in clients. And I'm also going to give you hero success stories showing how people use that bonus to actually lock in their first client. So awesome value right there. And what we're going to do here, our goal is I'm going to show you guys how we like to avoid cold calling, because nobody likes cold calling, right? How many people hate cold calling here? All day. I hate it. And so using the Instant Expert formula to position yourself as a marketing expert while knowing just enough to make the sale. This is perfect for non-techies like myself. The quick wow technique that builds instant trust and converts tire kickers to high-paying monthly clients, and the new way we use to scale our agency from 6 figures to multiple 7 figures in the last couple of years. So let's go and keep going here. Now, I want to actually pull back the curtains and get fully transparent with you. Why do people not do local marketing? Why do most people stray away from it? And this is an honest question. And I want to be, like I said, fully transparent with this. The pros that everybody talks about is very novice marketing skills, right? Local businesses are typically not even building email lists. They're not responding to comments on their Facebook pages. They're not posting articles or photos or videos. They're not really doing much to, build their brand online. They also have much larger marketing budgets. Spending $1,000, $2,000 a month is much more feasible, and it's much easier to, make an actual living based off of that because they have those bigger budgets, especially bigger clients like physical therapists, lawyers, doctors of any sort. And there's a huge market, 28 million small businesses in America alone. But the question is, why do people not do it? Right? Traditional selling sucks. Nobody likes to be a sleazy salesman. I'm totally with you. Fulfillment is really hard. Once you actually sell them on what they need done, actually implementing the work is very tough, right? You have to spend months trying to figure out how to implement those tactics. And then finally is once you actually close that client, how do you get them to keep paying you every single month? Go and give me a 5 in the chat box if you guys have been there, where you go out, you work super hard to finally land that first client, you sell them, and then after the first month, you struggle with fulfillment, and then the client leaves, and then doesn't keep paying you. That was the first thing that happened to me. And yeah, that's what we're going to really cover a lot today, is how to get over that struggle. All right, so the ugly truth is local marketing can be brutal. All right, let's be 100% honest. It can be brutal, but it doesn't have to be. If you have the right systems in place, you can actually make local marketing what we like to call right now money. Right now money is you go solve a problem for a local business that actually brings results, and they will pay you money. It is that simple. And so here is Juan. Juan, natural gifted gab salesman. I told him, all right, man, not everybody's going to do this, but I want you to actually walk into some businesses with the Instant Expert Checklist. He literally walked into 3 businesses, closed 2 of them for $2,995. How awesome is that? Only 3 businesses. That's like an hour of work. All right. Then we got Frank here, and Frank was a construction worker, didn't know much about marketing, but he watched this presentation, used the Instant Expert Checklist. There was a plumber that came to his house to repair a pipe, and he literally closed the plumber that day for $500 a month. So awesome stuff from Frank. Now, just like I told you about Waqar, Waqar is another example. Total newbie, didn't really know much about how to actually do marketing, but was able to lock in a client for $2,500 and $500 per month. So pretty awesome stories. We got to give those people a massive congrats, because we love to see those successes. Now, the secrets that we're going to cover today is how to instantly skip from that sleazy salesman nobody likes to be to the trusted expert. somebody that they can actually see you as a critical part of their team, okay? Then we're gonna talk about the 6-step hero cheat code, literally A to Z, how to land your very first client. There's nothing missed. So that's why I say you gotta take notes, because we're gonna cover a lot of details. And then finally, the simple secrets that we use to actually do fulfillment and implement these things without actually being a tech expert. So if that is you and you're struggling with either fulfillment or having just a bulletproof system to actually, start locking in clients like clockwork, then this is going to be for you. So let's go ahead and start diving in. Now, I want to be honest, it took me 6+ months before I actually landed my first client. How many people know how brutal it is when you first get started? You end up driving around circle to circle, going into businesses, people saying, hey, get the heck out of my store. Stop trying to sell me on stuff, right? I've been there, trust me. And so I know that it is tough, especially when you're fueled by the passion. You watch an awesome presentation, you're like, I got this, but it's a little bit harder than people make it out to be. And I was there. Listen, I went for personal training. I needed some extra money, and I just felt like my tires were spinning in the mud and I wasn't really getting anywhere. I was starting to panic because, I went for personal training to this and I needed revenue to come in. And, thankfully, after a little while, I found out something that actually worked. Now, the key that I want you guys to really understand is we want to try to prevent ourselves from ever looking like this guy. All right, this guy is the sleazy salesman. This is the guy that is calling all these businesses and really trying to hard close them and making big, bold promises that they can't deliver on. And so it's great that those people exist, because when we have the better way to ethically close businesses, we can actually stand out from those people. So it's a good thing those people exist, because it makes us look good in the long run, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about secret number 1, which is how to skip from that sleazy salesman to the trusted expert, even if you're a total newbie, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to sell the solution to a quick problem. We're going to be the helping hand that they desperately need. Instead of selling them on $2,000 a month or some expensive service, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a quick win, something to instantly build trust so that they can actually see we can deliver on what we're talking about. Because the fact is, as long as you can bring results to people, they will pay you money. Does everybody agree with that? Like, the same thing I'm showing you in this webinar, how we get results for heroes, right? Because that's what it's all about. You don't care about us. You care about, is this actually working for other people? So the same way we're doing that, we do that for local businesses. We show them results we got for other local businesses just like them, and they pay us money because, it totally makes sense. We're not trying to sell, we're just pushing results. And I really want you guys to write that down. I want you to be a results-based marketing agency and only selling based off results. Otherwise, it's going to be much harder to keep clients for the long term and much harder to lock them in. All right, so we're going to use the Instant Expert Checklist to make that way easier. Instead of you trying to be a tech expert, knowing all the different problems, you just go down the checklist, you find some quick problems, you go to them and you say, hey, look, I found some major problems in your business and I could quickly solve these by using my team. All right, so let's go and keep going here. Now, I love this. Justin taught me this one. So this is how you know you're doing it effectively. When you go to the business owner and you paint the picture as far as what their problem is and your solution, when they say, wait, wow, what? You're going to do all of that work for only that amount? That's how you know you're on the right path, okay? So I want you to make sure to write that down. Get the wow. Your offer to them needs to be so good, they say, wait, what? Wow, that is amazing. Yes, let's do it, okay? All right, let's go keep going here. All right, so the wow can be many different things. It could be the Instant Expert Checklist. It could be, hey, your website doesn't have SSL. That's super important. Google set a deadline in February of 2018 that you have to have it. It could be, hey, you haven't claimed your business on Google My Business, okay? It could be the hero analysis report. We have tons of little problems that we go in and solve. That way we can instantly build trust, and we're not just selling them on some fantasy or some big dream, okay? All right, let's go and keep going here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But this is how we actually separate ourselves, and this is where the idea of Be a Hero agency really came from, is by actually solving problems, quantifiable problems that can be trackable. That way they never want to get rid of us because we're always delivering. And when we're always delivering, they're going to see us as a critical part of their team. And we want to be a results-based only agency. Now, like I said, who am I? Shane Brooks, personal trainer, 10,000 personal training sessions over the last 9 years. I've had clients that won the World Cup in Dubai for flyboarding. I've had Mr. Universe as a client. I've had clients that have neurological and spinal diseases, and I still have those clients to this day. Why? Because I bring results. That is what I have built my life around, is helping other people. But as much as I love personal training and running big events and working one-on-one with people, it just isn't, as much as it is a passion, it's not really a scalable career, unfortunately. And, for me, I really felt like I was running on the hamster wheel where I was trading my time for money. Justin, however, was going and traveling all the time, and I was trying to figure out, how the heck do I do what he's doing? I'm literally working 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. It was brutal. It was 5 a.m. to sometimes 11 p.m. at night. It was definitely tough. And so then I picked up this guy, Justin Anderson. He's actually here. He's in the chat box right now. But I actually had him as a client. I trained him and his 2 kids. He drove a nice car. He could afford my services. I wasn't cheap as a personal trainer. And he was always going to places like Aspen and Europe. And he was always traveling. I'm like, bro, what the heck do you do for a living? I'm stuck here in a personal training gym, and you're out, flying out and having fun. And I didn't know anything about internet marketing at the time. And I just remember him asking me, kind of a chance of a lifetime. He was like, hey, do you want to come to Europe with me? And just, I have a marketing event I have to go to, but we could just travel around and have fun. And, I unfortunately had to tell him no. I was like, who has the money or the time to get away for a month? And what's worse is if I actually go with you, I'm not making any money while I'm traveling, right? How many people feel like that? Go and give me a 5 if you guys are currently in that situation where you can't take a trip for 30 days because you wouldn't be making any money. Maybe your business right now is completely dependent on you being, where you're currently located. And that's okay. I've been there too. It's hard. But what I ended up doing was, my grandmother, loved my nanny to death, but she ended up getting in a boating accident and became a paraplegic, and it was a big hit on our family. And I just remember around the same time that Justin asked me to go on that trip, I was like, man, that something like that could happen to me, or, maybe I get older and I have kids. This is going to be something I'm going to regret for the rest of my life. And, I went to Walgreens directly after leaving the hospital and ended up getting my passport from Walgreens. And I went on a 30-day backpacking trip with Justin. And I'll tell you this, if you guys have never actually left the US, you got to do it. You got to do it. Even if it's just for like a couple days, it totally blew my mind. It shaped my life forever, because the bubble of limitations I thought my life was in, completely was like a rocket ship getting blasted out of that. And I started to see Justin's routine, how he operated, waking up in the morning, getting some work done, and then going and having fun for the rest of the day. It was honestly really cool, but still had no idea what he did. I was like, Justin, what the heck do you do so I can figure out how to do this for myself? And so we went to places like, this is actually on top of the castle where they filmed Game of Thrones in Dubrovnik, Croatia. King's Landing, really cool. This is actually in Corfu, Greece. We went to the #1 party hostel in the world. It was awesome. Then more Greece. It was just a blast. Well, what ended up happening while I was trying to understand what Justin did, he ended up telling me a story, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this. How many people have heard the California Gold Rush story? Well, I've heard the story, but I didn't really realize the true value of it, which was, well, everybody was rushing out to California to get rich on gold. The only people that actually got rich were the people that sidestepped the masses and sold the service. And so when he was telling me this, I was like, man, I never heard that last section of it. So if you want to make a lot of money, sidestep where the masses are going and sell a service to them. And, Wells Fargo, Levi Strauss, all of those companies got massive during the California Gold Rush because they were selling jeans and pickaxes and the things that people needed to do what they were going to do. Does that make sense? So for me, totally gave me an epiphany. I was like, all right, wait. So if I try to figure out how to sell some service, just something that brings results, I'll be able to make money. And so what I ended up doing was doing a little bit of research and found out that there's 28.8 million small businesses in America alone. 543,000 new small businesses started every single month. And 20% of small businesses fail in the first year. 20%, guys. 30% by year 2 and 50% by year 5. Those numbers alone should really give you the mindset that there is an opportunity there. Now, this one's even bigger. You ready for this one? 71% of small businesses decide to do their marketing themselves. 71%. So instead of hiring an expert like us, like the basics of building an email list or creating some videos or managing their social media, very, very basic rudimentary things, they're going out of business because they have no idea how to separate themselves from the other businesses. If they're a plumber, what makes them different from the other 400 plumbers in the area? Does that make sense? Everybody kind of following along with that? So what ended up happening, I don't know anything about local marketing at this point. And so I ended up just joining with Justin. I was like, Justin, if I go and sell these businesses, will you be able to handle fulfillment? And Justin was like, all right, let's do it. And so that's what we ended up doing. I ended up devising a plan to sell to these businesses and then just outsource all the work to Justin. And that way I didn't need to be a tech expert. How many people feel like that? If it would be 10 times easier if you know that all you need to do when you approach a business is know what the problem is, why it's a problem, the how. Oh yeah, my team can handle that, right? I don't need to know how to fix JavaScript and CSS if I have a team member that's an expert at that. And so I applied my very basic level of knowledge as a marketing as a service. And what ended up happening was I ended up getting a ton of clients. I ended up getting 10 clients after about a year. They were paying at least $1,000 a month. But what ended up happening was I was trading a lot of my time for money again. How many of you guys feel like this? There's a lot of people in here that have clients. How many hours are you guys working? Go ahead and let me know inside the chat box. Is there a lot of people that still, even though they went from maybe a normal job to local marketing, they thought that this was going to be, oh, I'm just going to be sitting on a hammock all day and it's just going to be super easy. But then you realize that, you know what, you are still trading a lot of time for money, right? And so that was kind of my sucker move. And after the year, I went on another trip with Justin to Dubrovnik again. And this is actually a photo that we took. So we went up to the top of this mountain on one of those like lifts. And we're sitting at this restaurant. And I was kind of just ranting at Justin a little bit. Thank you, Justin, for being so understanding. But basically, I was just kind of ranting at him saying, listen, I love what we're doing, but I'm trading my time for money again. I went from personal training to local marketing. Yes, I'm making twice as much. But the problem is that, I'm working still 80 hours a week. And so he ended up telling me a story that really changed my life forever. And it kind of changed his too, where basically what ended up happening was down the street. I live in Friendswood, Texas. And Justin ran an agency for about 10 years right down the street from me. And he sold services like big web projects for about $70,000. And he'd sell these projects to like Walmart, Sync, Britgo's, multi-billion-dollar companies. Was doing really good and got a job that came in for $1.2 million. How many people would say, hell yeah, it's a $1.2 million? Well, Justin went home, talked with his wife, and they decided that this would be a good decision for them. But he was going to have to fly out to Austin every single month for over a year. And so that's what he did. For over a year, he flew out, would consistently go to Austin to work on this big project. And the day that he got the check in the mail, you know what happened? His wife gave him divorce papers and took half the money. The same old story, the sob story that happens to everybody. Sorry, Justin, it's terrible. And yeah, exactly. Justin says so many horrors for doing that. And so what ended up happening, as you can imagine, after working for an entire year on that, devastating. So as Justin's telling me this, my food was almost falling out of my mouth. I was like, I couldn't even imagine working on something that hard and having it all get taken from me. But what ended up happening was Justin bought this book. How many people have read this book, The 4-Hour Workweek? Go and let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat box. But basically, this book, when this was happening, first came out, he bought this book. He took 30 days, went traveling to try to get his head right, figure out what the heck is he going to do from here, because now he was going to kind of be in the negative a little bit. And so he ended up traveling and figured out this one secret in this book. If you've read it, you know what it is. But basically, he ended up coming home after that 30-day trip. He had 15 different employees that he ended up letting go. He shut down his agency. He was spending over $50,000 a month in overhead. $50,000 a month in overhead. And he completely cut that. And so now for the last about 15 years now, he's been completely digital. So he's been, he sits at his house in his underwear, just working all day in his pajamas, and gets to travel. And so that is what I'm going to be teaching you guys is, really how to land that first client, but also the systems that we've built so that you don't have to go and open a big expensive agency and have this massive overhead. And so, yeah, Terry says, oops, exactly. And so let's go ahead and dive into secret number 2. And this is going to be the meat and cheese of how to land client number 1. That client that's going to pay you willingly and happily $1,497 a month. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What would life be like if you could literally approach any client? Like, think about all the businesses you drive past every day. Plumbers and spas and physical therapists and gyms and yoga studios, all of these gyms out there. And you knew that you could go in there, solve one of those problems, and be able to always deliver. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, that's That's really how we built our system now. So we can really approach any business and not talk about fluff. We're like, hey, here's a problem. Here's what we can do to fix it. And here's why it's so important. And so it is that simple little pitch that, gets us really solid sales. It's an awesome feeling knowing exactly that's really, there's two things that make sales, guys. It's empathy, where people are currently at, and understanding that and being compassionate to that, but also the confidence that you can deliver. When you have that confidence, sales happen, right? And so that's what's going to really help you actually lock in your clients, guys. So I need you to really pay attention to these next couple steps, because what's going to happen is exactly what happened for me, which was I was able to walk into any business, find quantifiable problems, and consistently deliver on those problems, and be able to make recurring money now and not have to be a slave to my business. Now I get to travel. That's, like I said, that's one of my passions now. Justin kind of gave me the travel bug a little bit. I can't get rid of it. Anytime I get the chance, I go and travel. So here's me off the Cliffs of Moher. If you guys know where that is, it's off the, I think it's the west coast of Ireland. Then here is me in February. I was in England. This is Corpus Christi, if you guys know where that is. Beautiful place. And then here's me in Prague as well. I've actually been there 3 times now. Beautiful if you have not been. But really cool things can happen when you're consistently delivering for businesses. So your results are based on you, though. All right, I want you to fully understand this. I'm going to show you the step-by-step system that we use to get amazing results, but your success is dependent on you doing the work. Listen, I can't run your business for you, but I can show you everything that we're doing, completely transparent, and just be the helping hand that you guys need. And that's as much as we can do for you. This is not a get-rich-quick program. This is not for lazy people, but for people that are tired. They're trying program after program and just not getting results. So please do me a favor, pay close attention to the 6 steps that I'm going to show you to lock in that very first client, and yell. I want you to go crazy in the chat box when I start showing you our automated system that has helped us scale from 6 figures to multiple 7 figures. So let's go and keep going here. Now, you might be wondering, do I have to leave my house, right? That's a good question. Do I have to leave my house to land sales? Well, no, you don't. Here's Dean. Dean actually took 1 email, sent that to 30 cleaning businesses, like plumber and drain cleaning businesses, ended up locking in 2 clients. He just followed up hard and locked 2 clients in, didn't even leave his house. All right. So it is definitely possible, locked in 2 clients for $500 a month. It's good. It's great. When it's bad, it's bad. Exactly. And then we got Randy here. Now, Randy was the quintessential, salesman. This guy is super, super solid at sales. And so what Randy did was he took that instant expert checklist I gave you, went and locked in a business. And you know what happened, guys? So he gave them a special offer to do all the work for $500. The guy said, this is a great idea, but I don't know if my web guy can do this. So let me talk to him. What ended up happening was he ended up calling Randy the next day and saying, man, my web guy was going to charge $1,800 for what you offered for $500. Please tell me that special offer is available. And so what Randy did, like a legend, he was like, oh, well, we don't really have that special offer anymore. It's just for yesterday. Let me check with my business partner. And he literally put this guy on hold for 5 minutes. And by the time he get back, he was like, listen, he's like, I'll pay you for anything. All right. He's like, just hook me up with some sort of deal. And so what Randy did was he simply said, all right, I'll be willing to give you the same special offer, but do me a favor. When I deliver for you, I want to sit down and I want to show you the other services we can provide for you. So that very basic script is what helped him land a client that's now doing $4,000 a month. All right, so pretty cool stuff. Dion, once again, her biggest hurdle though was she wanted to know all of the nuances of fulfillment. And having that insecurity of wanting to be an expert at everything, it really halted her sales. She struggled for the first month. And then once she got the hang of it, she's got like 6 clients paying her now. And she sells press releases. I don't know if you guys know what press releases are. Awesome stuff. We can build backlinks. We can be kind of like a cheerleader for businesses. Some cool stuff. But she has about $2,000 or $3,000 recurring coming in from that now, after kind of getting over that mental hurdle that she had. Corey, another example. All he did was he reached out to local businesses saying, hey, your website's not secure. You need SSL. How about this? I'll give you a special offer to fix it for, let's say, $150, $200. He ended up going and locking in 9 businesses in the first week. He made $1,500, and all he did was outsource it to a VA, and it cost him $5 to fulfill. How many people think that's pretty awesome? Go and give me a 1 in the chat box. It's super easy. Like, it is not complicated to do that. Okay, so he made $1,500 and then upsold those people into monthly fees. Then we got Alex here. Alex was already working at a local marketing agency. He was already doing the services that we sell, but for somebody else. And I kept telling him for like months, I was like, man, you got to be going and doing this stuff yourself. You already know how to do it. Well, a couple of months went by, and what ended up happening, unfortunately, was his agency closed down. And so he was now jobless. And I was telling him, I'm like, man, this is the time, go and do this yourself. And that week he locked in 2 clients. And I'm like, man, this is what we're talking about. It is possible for you. And so now he's got 2 clients that are paying him every single month. So my point of showing you this, guys, is that no matter your background, knowledge level, as long as you put in the work, you will get clients. With the system that works, you can succeed with this, especially having us to answer questions and help you along the way, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. You guys ready for this? Go ahead and give me a hell yeah if you guys are ready for the 6 steps. I'm super pumped for this. It's going to be a lot of info, so make sure you got the notepad ready, okay? So we're going to be covering the 6-step hero cheat code. So let's go ahead and build your results-based marketing agency. So step number 1 is get ready. In get ready, what we're going to do, Kevin, I love enthusiasm, Kevin. You rock, buddy. So what we're going to do in get ready is we're going to build your brand, and then we're going to decide on direction. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So build your brand. This is completely optional. Remember I talked about Waqar? Well, Waqar locked in 6 clients that pay him every month. He didn't even have a website yet. Okay, it took him like 6 months before he even built his website. My point here is don't use a website as a reason to halt your success. If you got people that you can lock in as clients, just go get it done. Nobody's going to say, well, I can't work with you because you don't have a website. All right, I've never seen it happen. And if it does, let's talk because we can figure out a way around that. But if you do want to get this up and running, which I would highly suggest it since we have a long-term vision for your brand, get yourself a website set up, and then go ahead and set up all your social profiles. Instead of worrying about how to get the perfect logo, just go over to Logo Joy or 99 Designs, Fiverr, get a quick logo built and you'll be ready to go. Instead of spending, weeks trying to find the perfect theme, just go over to this theme right here, and here's a free theme. How many people think that's pretty awesome? So just go over there, get your logo built, just use this free theme. It doesn't cost anything. Now you got your website. Now you're ready to rock and roll, all right? So maybe screenshot that if you need to. All right, let's keep going here. So now we're gonna decide on direction. We got the brand, now we gotta decide on the direction. So I would highly suggest that you start with low-hanging fruit. Don't make it harder for yourself. So I want you to think about, what friends or family do you have that own a local business or own a business of some kind that you can go and help with these services? Now, what's beautiful about this, it's going to be way easier to lock them in. They're going to give you honest feedback, which is like the best thing because, honest feedback helps us get better. And then what's also good is it's going to be much easier to get a testimonial from them. And that is going to be essential when we start going and reaching out to people that don't know who we are. Now, let's say that you don't have people that know, like, and trust you, but you are trading money for services. You go and eat at Run Restaurant once a week, or you have the person that sold you your house, or the person that works on your car, mows your lawn, right? All of these people already you're doing business with. So start with them, okay? That way, it's gonna be much, much easier to lock in a client. Everybody with me on that? All right, so really, really think about what is the low-hanging fruit. And then finally, look at businesses that maybe you already really understand. So for me, being a personal trainer, working with yoga studios, MMA gyms, physical therapists, chiropractors, it's a sure win. I just got done filming 35 videos for a local business. Why? Because it's a physical therapist and I already know how it works. So Ray says lawyers, huge one, right? All right, so now there's a lot of different options that you could choose from. You got automotive, you got legal, just like Ray said, insurance, health and beauty, construction and home services, real estate, events. That I actually just locked in a local DJ to run press releases for every event that he does. Travel. You ought to let me know in the chat box, what industry would you guys like to focus on? And don't be sitting in the chat box not doing anything, okay? I need responses here. Go ahead and tell me in the chat box, what industry do you guys like to focus on? Or maybe which industry are you going to focus on? Escape rooms, Ray says. Love it, love it. All right, cool. All right, so step number 2. We're only on step number 2. So set your aim. So we got your brand. We got the direction. Now what we're going to do is we're going to build a marketing list and we're going to decide on the bait that we're going to approach them with, okay? And feel free to ask questions along the way, okay, guys? We are here for you. All right, so for building a marketing list, what we're going to do is we're going to use this free email finder, okay? So I would take a screenshot of this. All you need to do is just add it to your Chrome browser, and you'll be able to easily find emails for websites. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google. We're going to go to Yelp, Yellow Pages, Groupon, LinkedIn. We're going to build a list of emails. You just use that free email finder. How many people think it's pretty awesome? I'm giving you a bunch of free tools here. You got a free theme. You got, the place to go get your logos done. Now you got your free, email finder, so you can go and find emails for prospects. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just simply make a Google spreadsheet, and we're just going to say, all right, where did you find them? Business name, owner name, very basic details for their business. And if you don't want to manually do this, guys, how many people have used Upwork in the past? Go ahead and give me a 1. Go ahead and give me a 1 if you guys have used Upwork in the past. Come on, some 1s. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Quick, quick, quick. We got a lot of training to go through. So go and let me know in the chat box, and we'll keep going here. Ray says all the time, listen, you can go pay a VA $3 an hour, and I can typically get about 30 emails per hour. So that means that for $9, I can get 90 businesses leads. How many people think that's pretty awesome? All right, so let's go and keep going here. Try to make everything as seamless and as easy as possible. We have been there. We have done that. All right, so I'm going to give you systems that are already tried, tested, and proven, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top 10 results. We're going to look at people that are already spending money on ads. We're going to get super basic details, things like, website URL, email address, owner name, things like that. The only thing you need to know how to do, guys, is copy and paste. It is that easy. That's why we can pay a VA $3 an hour to do the work, is they're just copying and pasting. This is not technical stuff. All right, so let's go and keep going here. Excuse me. So now we have the brand, we have the niche. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what are we going to approach them with. Does that make sense? We're going to approach them with something. So we do a lot of different things, but for free, you guys are going to get the Instant Expert Checklist. I want to make sure you guys can make money like literally as soon as this webinar ends. So you're going to get the Instant Expert Checklist, but we do things like the Ambitious Journalist. That's how Dion left in 6 clients that are paying her every month. Building a portfolio. That's one of the things that Randy did to lock in his client. Hero Analysis Report. That's our more automated way to do the Instant Expert Checklist, but lots of ways. I'm going to teach you guys how to use the Instant Expert Checklist to lock in clients today, okay? So let's go ahead and dive in. So the Instant Expert Checklist looks like this. Is your website loading under 3 seconds? It's very important that you have a fast loading time. Do you have your website that's optimized around keywords? Do you have SSL? Do you have a website that has a retargeting pixel on it, right? All of these things are critically important, but businesses are not doing it. It's amazing. And so when you go to them and you're saying, hey, look, here's actual problems that you have, and you actually have a failing grade, all I want to do is bring you up a letter grade or 2. That's it. I just want to get you to a passing grade, because listen, the competition in the local area is not getting any smaller. What we have to do to market online is not getting any easier. It is either you're going to sit in the front seat and take action, or you're going to get in the back seat and get left behind. And so that is the simple thing that we're going to do. So we're going to use that Instant Expert Checklist, which you guys get for free, and then we're going to strike. All right, so here's step number 3, strike. So now that we have our brand, we have a direction, we have our leads, we have the bait that we're going to approach them with. Now we're going to do outreach. We're going to position ourselves as the pro, and we're going to give value. Is everybody liking this training so far? Go ahead, please let me know in the chat box. Shane, a bit faster. Okay, great. So outreach, here we go. So outreach, we're going to walk in. All right, we can call, we can do a social media message, we can email. There's 4 major ways that we can go about this. I would suggest that you do a combination of all of them. So if you start sending out emails, call them up. Hey, by the way, I sent you an email. Do you have any questions about what I sent over to you? You can walk into their business with a box of donuts and say, hey, I would love 15 minutes of your time to sit down and show you what I can do for your business, okay? So make sure to use all 4 examples here. Now, here's an example of the email that I typically send, very, very basic. And so I send this email and I'm like, hey, I drove past your business the other day. I looked y'all up, just for grins. I sent you guys a bunch of problems that you can fix. And what's so cool about this, guys, is, what we're going to do is we're going to end up, as we start mass sending out these emails, we're going to start getting responses that look like this. Dr. Contra, hey, I just went through 35 pages of info. Can you show me how to improve this, right? Dr. Andy, hey, let's talk. I'm about to replace my current website guy. Sugarland Health, interesting info. Thanks for sharing. So we're giving value already. We're not being salesy. We're giving them actual problems that they can fix. And so that is the whole concept here, is by giving value, we don't need to be sleazy. And the best part is, and I would write this down, guys, is don't try to sell your prospects. I want you to simply prescribe the solution to their problem, just like a doctor, okay? And explain their diagnosis in detail and about how fixing it will improve their business. There's only two things you need to know to make the sale, guys. You need to know the what, which is the Instant Expert checklist, and you need to know the why. The why is simply what we're talking about here, okay? All right, now giving value. What I love about this is we're able to position ourselves by giving value first, showing the actual problem. They don't even need to work with us. We can say, hey, get this off to your website guy, whoever's in charge of running your website. But what I would love to do is sit down with you and show you some other ways that we can bring value for your business. Think about improving your website as the foundation for your business. Now what I want to do is I want to start working on building authority, making your brand really grow in presence compared to your competition. I want to start dominating your social media presence, and I want to start working on building exposure through creating an irresistible offer and running ads. Does that make sense for everybody? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk to them about foreshadowing. Does everybody know what foreshadowing is, or future pacing? So I'm going to tell them, hey, here's the problem, but I have other things that I want to fix as well that are all quantifiably trackable. And so we're going to develop that long-term strategy. Now, I want you to think about it like this. We're coming in and we're giving them the opportunity to outsource their entire marketing department to us. Now, what I want you to do, if you're a little bit hesitant, you're like, but will businesses pay me for this? I want you to go over to Indeed.com, and I want you to look up social media manager, marketing specialist, one of these terms. And you're going to notice people are willing to spend $40,000 to $100,000 a year on the services that you're willing to offer. Now, the best part is, because we're a results-based marketing agency, what's great about this is they can fire us at any time. And we can tell them that, hey, listen, if I'm not bringing results, let me go. But that doesn't happen. And so if we're able to offer our service for, let's say, $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. That's like the same price as a McDonald's employee. That is extremely cheap. So we're able to bring insane value for a very, very competitive price with way less paperwork, right? So let's go ahead and keep going here. All right, step number 4, capture. All right, so this is going to be providing the solution and getting the wow, the thing that feels so good, okay? So provide the solution. What we're going to do here is this is really what is fulfillment, okay? So we sell them on what we just talked about. Now, how do we actually fulfill the work? Option number 1 is you can do the work yourself, which I probably wouldn't suggest because it's a little bit harder. Option number 2 is you can hire somebody on Upwork, a VA, typically charge about $3 to $8 per hour. Or we also have a third option, which I'm going to show you guys about here in a little bit. But keep an eye out for that third option. It's pretty cool. So all you have to do the work yourself, hire somebody else to do it, and you'll be good to go, okay? All right, so here is the secret sauce to all of this, to really close your client. You guys ready for this? Take a screenshot. All right, so this is my 3-sentence close that works every time. All right, so here we go. My team can easily bring you up a letter grade or 2. You notice how I don't make a promise on saying they're going to get an A, right? That way I can always deliver. They don't fire me after the next month because I didn't deliver on what I said I could. So my team can easily bring you up a letter grade or 2. Typically, we do website repairs for $1,000, big price. But for today, I'll cut the cost in half until X date. So you get exclusivity, you get scarcity, and then we'll talk about other ways to get more exposure and clients. Now we're future pacing. You see how all of that works? Listen, you can tweak this as much as you want, but try to stick to the basics here. It works, all right? Now, after we've closed our client, what we're going to do is we're going to take the payment. So this could be PayPal, this could be cash, check, invoice. It could be one of those marble card sliders. I even got one here, a little square device. You'll be able to slide that credit card. So
Oh, hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me. Something just went wacky there. I think it was me that did it too. So I don't know if you can hear me. We'll try to get this back up in just a second here. And there we go.
Cool.
Sorry about that, guys. I was you were doing the credit card thing, and I tried to show your camera, and I must have hit the wrong button. So I will keep my fingers away from now on. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. Can everybody hear me and see me? Just give me a 1 real quick so we can keep rolling here. Okay, cool. Justin says 1. All right, so step number 5, what I was saying is we got to deliver fast when we sell these services. Local businesses cannot stand when somebody sells them on a service and then takes like 2 months to deliver. Everybody kind of makes sense with that? All right, when you deliver fast, businesses alone will love that, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do as we deliver fast is we're going to offer a service upgrade and a retainer to get them paying us every month. That is the gold mine. That is what we really wanna do, okay? So for service upgrades, here's my best tip that I can offer you guys. Can you please write this down? So what I want you to do is I want you to avoid all complicated work. Don't sell websites. Now you might say, but Shane, I love selling websites. All right, for the most people, for the 99%, don't sell them, okay? It ends up being like a ball and chain that you can never get rid of. Things are breaking. It takes months to get pictures and photos from them. You know, like Justin's having an issue with it right now. We have been there. We have done that. Stick to things that are easy to deliver. So stay away from very complicated projects like websites and long blog posts and all of that, okay? Keep it very, very simple. All right, so let's keep going here. Now, for service upgrades, what we're going to do is realize that quick wins make easy work and very happy clients, okay? Does that make sense? So by sticking to quantifiable problems that are easy to fulfill, it makes our life easy, it makes the client happy. That's the way that we keep our clients around for the long term. All right, so service example upgrades would be things like website performance optimization, advertising, social media management, press release marketing. And you see how I'm just giving you a very conservative price here of like $500 per service. And so the idea is, you see how I'm saying I charge $1,497? Very conservative price. I can easily charge $5K for the value that we're bringing because we're going to bring $10,000, $15,000 in sales, right? They're going to easily justify that. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going here. All right, for retainers, this is going to be the holy grail. This is going to be them paying us every month. So after we get that quick win, we've built the trust. They're like, wow, you're the first person that ever delivered this fast with this quality of work. I'm loving it. What we're going to do is we're going to give them a proposal saying, hey, here's what I would like to do now. And we're going to be very specific about that. We're going to give them a contract. That way, you know, keep everything kosher. They're good. We're good. Everything's nice and clean. And then what we're going to do is step number 6, which is level up. All right. So this is the best part. All right. So by now, you have your first client that's paying you every month. Okay. So for level up, we're going to follow the 3 R's. So R number 1 is retention, retainers, and results. All right. So what this is going to include, retention. Listen, if you work super, super hard to land your first client, don't go and start worrying about everybody else and leave your other client behind. Does everybody make sense with that? All right, please do me a favor. Don't forget about client number 1. If you do a really good job with them, they will stay around for a long, long time. Justin has a client that's been paying him every month for 20 years. Okay, think about that. 20 years. That is a long time. That's almost as old as me. Okay, so if you deliver and you keep delivering for your client, they will keep paying you. Okay, and keep delivering those quick wins. For referrals, the best part about this is when you're delivering hard for that client, they're more than likely to give you another 2 to 3 clients based off of that. Okay, so when you do an incredible job, they will give you more business. All right, and then the most important thing is we need to get a video testimonial with every client that we work with. I know it can be hard sometimes, but we have to get it. That's the contingency that we require when we work with businesses, because that way, what we can do when we get results is we can say, hey, look at this physical therapist that we just got amazing results for. And when we go to another physical therapist in a different city, we could say, hey, look, we can do the exact same thing for you. I don't even have to be salesy, right? I could say, do you want the results that we got for them? For you? Perfect. Let's get this set up. All right. Everybody make sense? Go ahead and give me a 5. Everybody's following along here. I just want to make sure we're engaged. So I can truly promise you guys that if you guys follow these 6 steps to a T, you will land a client that will pay you money every single month. And the key is they will be happy to do so. That is the best part, is when they're super, super happy and they're like, Shane, this is the best thing that I've ever seen. Normal agencies would charge me $5,000 and bring a fraction of the value that you're bringing. I love it. I actually just had a meeting with one of my clients yesterday, and they're like, we're never leaving you. You're the best. And so that is the best feeling ever, okay? All right, so now you might be wondering, and go and let me know in the chat box if you're wondering this. We talked about website performance optimization, ad management, social media management, press release marketing, right? If you sell these services and you stack them on as being a full service agency, you can make a lot of money and bring a lot of results. But you might be wondering something. How do you actually implement those things? Everybody kind of wondering that a little bit? I don't know how to do ads. I don't know how to do social media management. I don't know how to do press release marketing. I'm not good at those things. So how do we actually deliver on those without being the expert, right? Terry said something that's very smart. It's exactly right. And so do you remember that aha moment that Justin had that changed his agency forever when we were talking in Dubrovnik in Croatia, when his wife gave divorce papers, he learned that one secret in the 4-hour work week? Well, that's what we're going to talk about now. This single secret is the secret sauce to all of this. All right, so how do you scale your agency without being a marketing expert? Well, this is going to be it right here, okay? So the number one mistake that people do when trying to start their agency is too many people try to be the expert and work in their business instead of working on their business. You can't manage 30 clients and be in the trenches trying to do all the fulfillment. Does that make sense? So I want you to think about it like this. Instead of being, the musician in an orchestra, we're the composer. Does that make sense? So instead of playing the musical instruments and moving the chairs on stage, really, we're just the one that makes sure that the music is playing in a beautiful way, filling, the music through the concert halls. All right, so you are a composer, all right, not the musician. All right, I don't need to be a plumber to own a plumbing company. All I need to do is hire a plumber. Does that make sense to everybody? Very, very simple things. And so what we're going to do is we're going to free ourselves from a day-to-day work and focus on actually scaling. Making sure our clients are happy, making sure the work is getting done, but actually not doing the work ourselves. We just hire other people to do it. And so here is the third option that we talked about and alluded to. So option number one, do the work yourself. Option number two, hire a VA, Upwork, Fiverr, one of those websites. And then finally, Conductor, sorry, not Composer. You're right, sorry about that. So, and then option number three is using your super team, which is us. So just like I started using Justin, you guys can use Justin as well. And so that is what we're going to be talking about now. So by using Justin for fulfillment, for advertising and social media management and, press release marketing and website performance optimization, I've been able to scale clients way easier because I don't need to know how to do the work. All I need to do is go to a client, talk with them, understand their business, understand their vision, understand the authenticity of their brand, and then sell them on a quick win. What is the problem? Your website's slow. Why is it important? 47% of visitors are leaving, okay? This is how we're going to close that. Much easier to do everything, all right? And it's going to free up the ability so you can travel, so you can have free time with your family, whatever it is that you guys want to do. It's going to make scaling your agency infinitely easier. All right. And so here is my bold promise to you guys, right? I was going to show you guys how to take all of the problems with local marketing, which is traditional selling sucks. Hopefully you feel confident about it now, right? Fulfillment is hard. Well, you don't even need to do the work. And then client retention, they're going to stick around because we stick to easy to fulfill services, things we can actually have trackable results. We're not selling things that are hard to deliver on. Does that make sense? All right. So let's go ahead and keep going here. So let me ask you guys a question. All right, so you guys ready for Right Now Money? Go ahead and give me a 5 in the chat box. So remember, all you have to do to lock in businesses is know what is the problem and why is it important. The how, that's where Justin and I come in. We will do fulfillment for you. That way you don't have to actually worry about being the tech expert. Justin's been running an agency for, I don't even know, I think it's 20 years now. It's a long time that he's been selling these services locally. So instead of charging $70,000 like he used to charge to these big brands, he's able to charge at cost prices, which is incredible for small people like us. So information alone won't save you. I truly wanted to make sure that I gave you a presentation today that would actually help you. So since 2003, Justin says. So I wanted to show you guys A to Z how to land that first client. So you guys know just by watching that part, you can land your first client, okay? You should feel confident about that. Rewatch the replay. But just because you have that information, there's still a lot of other questions, right? Like, how do you handle objections? How do you, handle when something goes wrong with fulfillment? How do you promise the right things that don't overpromise and end up having the client leave you? All of these common things that happen. And so what Justin and I wanted to do after about 5 years of doing this was we wanted to create a partner program where we can actually be there, being that helping hand for you. We're a silent partner. We're going to show you everything that you need to do to lock in local businesses, but you can rely on us for anything. So if you guys need some extra help, you need fulfillment, whatever it is, we are here for you. All right. And that's what you're going to see in all of our success stories is people talking about how hard Justin and I work for you guys. If we bring you results, guess what? We get to brag about it. It is in our best interest to get you results. Same thing for local businesses. It is in my best interest to help them succeed. That way I can lock in more clients. If we're just on a churn and burn model, we're not going to stay around for very long. Does that make sense for everybody? Give me a 5 if you guys believe in that as well. Results only. Like, that is the only thing that matters. As long as we can bring you results, we're good. And so let's go ahead and keep going here. All right, so you are not alone on this journey, okay? So what you're going to get is we're going to give you the Be a Hero automation system. So you're going to have all the power to handle fulfillment and automate the entire process. So what this is I didn't tell you this, but Justin is actually a pretty high-level software developer. And so he has an entire suite of software to automate everything from press release marketing to social media to finding leads to running reports. It's incredible. Wait till you guys see it. A 6-week training program. We're talking everything from guides to scripts to everything you need. Power packs, detailed breakdowns, templates, everything. And then we also have a super group of heroes just like you. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you every single thing that you need. We're going to give you the training, we're going to give you the software, and then we're going to give you done-for-you services so you don't even need to do it yourself. How many people think that's pretty freaking awesome? I know it's awesome, all right? So that's going to be almost $10,000 worth of value there. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the automation system. So for the automation system, what you're going to get is you're going to get hero leads. Now with hero leads, what this is going to be is instead of you hiring a VA or manually going and finding leads yourself, all you need to do is you just simply type in a couple details, and in about 30 minutes, you'll have 500 plus leads of all their business names, email addresses, phone numbers. It's amazing. I'll show you that here in a second. Hero analysis. This is going to be amazing. So instead of doing the Instant Expert checklist manually, you'll be able to have an automated report that's 30, 40 pages long, showing every single problem in their business with giant red bars saying, hey, this is a problem, right? And then we have hero scheduling so that you can embed this on your website, on sales funnels. Instead of you reaching out to Jennifer and Susan saying, hey, does 5 o'clock work for you? And then Susan over here says, hey, do you have enough 5 o'clock? And then you have a confliction of times. You don't need to do that. We have our scheduling system. For fulfillment, we have our own PR network where press releases will go out to hundreds of high authority websites. Our team will write all of them, we'll distribute all of them, we'll build backlinks to all of the press releases. It's pretty incredible what we can do for social businesses. Then we have our own funnel builder, so you don't need some expensive funnel builder. We have our own in-house that we built. And then we have Real Specific. So if you've ever seen things like Hootsuite, BuzzSumo, Sprout Social, all those tools out there, we spent 3 years and over $90,000 building Real Specific so that you can have a tool that makes managing social media 10 times easier, all right? So let's go and keep going here. As far as the 6-week course, what we're going to cover is Ready. And I want you to notice, you notice how all of the training module follows exactly what we just went over? Okay, so cool. Ready, how to build and how to begin building your brand online from scratch and choosing the best niche to start targeting. Aim, how to effectively gather leads and select the best bait for your prospects. Strike, how to successfully reach out to your prospects for the first contact and position yourself as the marketing expert. Capture, how to break the normal salesman mindset and start leading with solutions to problems to get the massive wow. Deliver, how to successfully deliver results and turn one-time purchase into an actual monthly paying client. And finally, Level Up, how to actually start duplicating your clients like clockwork to get to 10 monthly paying clients. So you're going to get everything that you need. Now, we're also going to give you power packs. We're going to talk about how to choose a good agency name, how to build a beautiful logo, how to find the best niches, how to hire a VA, how to set up hosting, WordPress, SSL, how to get good website copy that would convert people if they land on your website, press release ideas, full marketing audits, invoices, contracts, full marketing audits, cold call scripts, email scripts, social media message scripts. There's nothing that we have missed, all right? We have put a lot of time and effort into documenting every single thing that we've done and then making it as easy as possible for you guys. And then what good course or program or partnership would be complete without a super group of heroes just like yourself? That way you can ask questions, create more partnerships between you guys. And so I wanted to do that as well. So anytime you guys have questions, we will happily go live in the group and go direct about answering that question. Because like I said, it is in our best interest to make sure you succeed. So if you're stuck on something, I'm happy to go live right then and there and give you the direct answer to get past that objection or whatever it is so you can start making money. All right, because the only thing I care about, guys, I don't care about you going and being an expert. I care about, all right, how do we land client number 1? How do we land client number 10? But also, build systems so you're not working crazy amounts of hours doing fulfillment. That's the key. All right, so let's go ahead and take a dive into the software. How many people want to see a demo real quick? Go ahead and give me a 1 if you guys want to see a quick demo of the complete software suite that you guys are going to be getting. Go ahead and let me know in the chat box. I'm just going to take a sip of a drink. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay. So yeah, just let me know. All right, cool, awesome. So I see a lot of people saying yes. Let me go ahead and bring this over. Can you guys see? All right, cool. I think you can see my screen. All right, so what you're looking at here is the Be a Hero system, all right? So first thing I'm gonna show you guys is the training program, all right? So we put a lot of time into building this. Like, this is not some small course. We wanted to make sure that it is easy for you guys to be the expert if you want to dive in deep. So inside of Ready, you will see the training module. Hey. And myself there, exactly. And so we go over the 4 services, how to price yourself. And I want to show you guys this real quick. How many people are wondering, okay, Shane, that sounds great, but how much is fulfillment, right? You guys might be wondering that. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So Justin and I have priced the services at literally baseline, like at cost prices. So you might think, why would we do that? I just truly want you guys to succeed, seriously. So we're going to give you guys expert level services at cost. We basically make nothing. And the reason is we want you to have massive profit margins. All right. So what we are charging is essentially just enough to pay for our developer time. So for website repairs, we charge $250 if it's WordPress. If it's a non-WordPress site, you just send us the website and we'll give you a custom price. The key here is, as long as you know your hard cost, you'll always know what to charge. Does that make sense? So if you know it's $500 and you charge $1,000, guess what? How much did you just make? $500, right? So for press releases, we charge as low as $49 for a single press release. We will write it, we'll distribute it, we'll build backlinks to it. Pretty incredible thing, especially if you're charging $400 like I charge. For social media management, this is a huge one, guys. We only charge $250 to schedule content, and then $500 if you want us to reply to messages and comments on posts. Does that make sense? So now you're able to charge $1,000, $1,500 a month for whatever you want to charge, but you know our hard costs, okay? And then finally is online advertising. So we charge $250 setup, so we can create an irresistible offer, set up the ads, set up the retargeting, and then $250 per month for management. So like I said, you guys can charge whatever you want on top of it, but here's the key, is since we're giving you at cost prices, you're getting it from an expert, you don't need to worry about, being the expert yourself. You can confidently go to any business and say, you're not running ads, let's get some ads set up. We could see, just show them some extra stats about why running ads is so important. You'll be able to lock in that client. So as you can see here, we got a massive, massive training course, guys. I won't go through all of this, but that is just week 1. We got week 2, which is going to be, setting the aim, finding the best clients to work with, strike, capture, deliver, level up, hero tools, additional info. So let's jump over to Hero Leads, and I'll show you what this is going to look like. And the ad cost is paid by them, yes? Yes, exactly, Kevin. So let's say that you charge, I don't know, $500 for setup and $500 a month, then they would just pay what's on top of that. So exactly what you said, Kevin. I like that you're following. All right, so for Hero Leads, this is incredible, guys. So I actually just ran this before the webinar. And watch this. We'll open one of these up. Download. So look at this. Can you guys see this? Oh, you can't. Darn it. This thing is, bear with me here. All right. So I simply downloaded this report. It took 30 minutes. And look at this. I have, this is all website addresses, emails, phone numbers, and let's see how many there are. We got 319 leads. How many people think that's pretty amazing? How long would it take you to gather 319 leads? The key here, guys, we do not need to lock in 319. We need to lock in 1. How many people are with me? Give me a 5 if you guys are with me on that. That we don't need to land 319 businesses. We just need to start with 1 business. 1. That's it. I want you to focus on landing 1 and successfully fulfilling for them, okay? Let me switch my screen back over real quick. Bear with me. Share. All right, cool. All right, so here we are. So you can gather leads and type in any niche that you want, any city. We have multiple countries, you know, that you can go through here, which you can see here: New Zealand, Norway, Poland. You know, the list goes on. So now that we have our leads, the next part, you can see how this is following everything I just taught you guys, is hero analysis. So if I go over to hero analysis, what you're going to see, bear with me, you guys see all these? I literally, once again, I ran these right before the webinar so I can show you clients that I'm about to actually approach. So I just started getting some pretty incredible results for Live to Move. We've already fixed their website and everything. But here's a bunch of other chiropractors and physical therapists in the area, and we ran these reports for them. And so here is, actually, I was going to approach this guy right here. And look at this. I actually know this guy. He got a 43%. All right, what business owner would want to see that score, right? It's terrible. All right, so this is an automated report. All I did was, let me go back to reports. All I did was I filled out some very basic details about my business, and then that automatically shows up in the report. So here's why it's so important, my contact details, my logo at the top. They got a 43%. Like I said, the pitch is, let's just get you to a passing grade. So we look at page title, meta description, meta keyword. Look, they don't have a Facebook pixel, okay? That is something to approach them on right there. They haven't claimed their Google My Business, SSL. The list goes on. We're looking at keyword optimization, text to HTML. They don't even have an H1 header. Come on, guys. This is basic stuff for you. I know you guys are smart. And so it's got to blow your mind a little bit that they haven't even done that, right? So they definitely don't know what they're doing as far as SEO. It's good that they have their robot.txt, their sitemap. And so let me just scroll through this. But these are automated reports that I could give the businesses. And that's how I locked in my latest client. I was actually at my grandmother's 70th birthday, and her physical therapist was talking about the business they just opened. And right there on my phone, I ran her website, and I was like, ooh, got a 59. And she's like, oh, that's terrible. She's like, can I set up a meeting? Went to the meeting, closed her for $2,000 a month. Okay, so you guys could do the exact same thing. All right, so at the end of this, you can see how massive this report is. Let's keep going. There's a lot of red boxes, as you can see. Then we got my face here, schedule your appointment. So as I click on this and we start sending out these reports, remember we want to automate as much as possible, then it goes to hero scheduling. So then they can actually schedule a call with me. And so you'll find that over in hero scheduling. So let's go back. All right, cool. So I showed you hero leads, hero analysis, hero scheduling makes things very automated, very easy. All right. Now we also have Impress Release, our own PR network. I'll be quick about this and show you it real quick. So inside of here, let me go over to my account and go over to this. So here is a fertilizing company. You guys want to know something crazy? So all I did with this fertilizing company was run a press release, have him post a couple more social customer testimonials on social media. He tripled his sales in the very first month. Okay, tripled. And here's the best part. It was in October when it's cold. Who the heck is buying fertilizer in October and like December? Nobody, right? But he ended up doing 3 times the amount of sales that he's done the entire year. So that's got to make you feel good when you bring those types of services. So for Impress Release, here's a simple press release that we ran for this client. And we give him a custom newsroom, all of that. Farmers, Kevin says, exactly. And so as you can see, we have this this pretty awesome newsroom for them. Let me jump back over here and go back. So then we have Funnel Space. I'll show you this real quick. We're almost this isn't just some info course. This is actual applicable training that we're giving you, the entire software suite, and partnership with us will do the services for you. So inside of here, let's say that we wanted bear with me here for a second. Go back. All right, there we go. So my computer screen froze there for a second. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a funnel real quick. So how many people have cool. Just go ahead and give me a 1 if you guys have created funnels in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a funnel. How fast this is. You can time me if you want. Ray says 1. All right, so let's go ahead and start this. So I can choose a bunch of different templates, all right, as you can see here. But let's go ahead and just use these. So we'll go next, and I want you to time me, and then we'll go, I don't know, demo 5555, next. All right, I'm gonna hook up my autoresponder. We'll go local marketing list, next. All right, that is it. I'm done, guys. It is that fast. All right, now I need to customize it a little bit for my business, but the overall funnel is already built, and I'll show you what this looks like. All right, so let's go over here. What we need to do, advanced, open this up, come back over here. Cool. Bear with me here for a second. There we go. All right, so what you're going to see here is a funnel that was easily created in less than 20 seconds. And what's going to happen is I'm going to opt in with my details. Okay, so my name, my email, my website, register. Now what's going to happen is as I opt in, what's going to happen is I'm going to get those leads that are emailed to me, and then they can automatically run a report on their business. Does that make sense? So all of these pages are fully customizable by just simply dragging and dropping the details. So as I come over here, those info will be opted in. And then if I want to customize these, very, very easy. So instead of paying, $97 a month for an extensive, funnel builder, now you guys can just use ours. So I can simply drag and drop, and look at that. I can fully customize all of these. Okay, very cool. Anybody have any questions? All right, now I want to show you the big powerhouse. You guys ready for this? Let's bring this over real quick. All right, so here is real specific. I'm going to show you this real quick. So what we did was we actually just had 2 different businesses outsource social media management to us. And so what we did was our VAs added those local business owners as team members in here. As you can see, we came over here and we scheduled out a bunch of content specific to their business. So for Gracie Baja, which is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu company, we ended up going in here, we click share, we chose, and look at all the different options that we can choose from: Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram, YouTube, Google My Business, a lot of them, right? We can manage all of those at once. So we can go ahead and we can opt in, write the copy that we want. And then we click save. We say, all right, I want it to go to this save as draft. We're going to delegate the work to the owner of the business. And we're going to say, all right, I want you to review this content by this date. And they're going to get an email every single day to go in and give feedback. And if they don't, I'm sorry, the deadline is over and we're going to schedule the content. So this way, you don't have to spend forever trying to follow up with your client. Everything is much more automated. And so we're always keep improving systems to make this as easy as possible. So as you see here, the client will log in. They'll see this content that's saved as draft. They can come over here. They can add feedback, and then they can either approve or deny the post. How many people think that's pretty awesome? Go and give me a 5. You guys think that's pretty sweet. So that way, you don't have that back and forth. We're trying to take that day-to-day task work out of the equation. Now, if you're working with a local business and you want to do just more powerful stuff for them, let's say that you want to do actual videos for them. So if I go over here and I say, hey, I want to schedule a piece of content for this business here, I can simply add a video just like this. I'll show you. Bear with me here for a second. Work, and then we'll go be a hero, and then we'll go client case study. We'll go live to move, MP4, dry needle, and then we'll go this one. So now it's going to upload a video. And so let's go ahead and add this real quick, and I'll show you what this looks like. There we go. So now we can schedule out videos. We can schedule out images, anything that we want for these local businesses. If anybody has any questions about this, go ahead and ask. Let me go ahead and jump back into the presentation. So you've seen the demo, you've seen the software, the training. There's a lot of info there, right? So let's go ahead and talk more specific about what you guys could do if you want to partner with us. All right, so what do the heroes have to say about the program? Well, Mark says, seeing members of the group so filled with excitement over their first sales, realizing I'm going to be helping local business folks rocket their business has me chomping at the bit. Then we got David here. Be a Hero training by Justin and Shane has been practical and down to earth for every step of the way, which is very different from the online hype that exists in the market. Then we got Nicholas here. He said, I absolutely recommend being a part of this community to anybody that has the drive and ambition to better their lives. This is something that can be done all over the country, if not the world. Then we got Irma here. I love Irma. She's so nice. I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend Be a Hero Agency to anybody that want, dream to start an agency out there, because Shane and Justin are just the perfect mentors for us, as they do not only possess the great amount of knowledge behind them, but also the dedication to help and see people succeed in real life through Be a Hero Agency. Then you got Danny here. I have bought
Oh, Shane, sorry. You need to switch back to the PowerPoint, and your mic just turned off for some reason. Nope, and there goes your picture.
All right, there we
go. Oh, there we go. Now we're back.
All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and keep going.
Oh, son of a! Ah! I just hit your stupid button again. I'm such an idiot. Muting myself now and taking my fingers off the board.
Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and keep going here. So then we have Juan here, and he says the leads program is amazing, and couple that with the analysis part, you'll have a win-win situation that you can walk in and call any business and land them at a reasonable cost. And then we got Alex here, and like I said, Alex was in a tough spot, ended up landing 2 clients, but he said I absolutely couldn't come as far as I've come without the help of you and Justin. Even without all the great information, your attitudes and enthusiasm have been the thing keeping me going through the troubling times. Awesome to see from Alex. So here's what you guys are going to get if you end up joining with us. You're going to get about $700,000 worth of software, which would cost you about $6,000 per year if you're going to get all the programs. You're going to get a 6-week training course, which is going to include the scripts, the guides, the templates, everything that you need to actually lock in clients. No BS. Let's just start talking about how to improve your systems and then actually land clients that are happy to pay us and keep paying us every month. And then we're also going to give you a super group, so that if you ever have any questions, you need any help, we can go live. And you also have other community members just like you to help along the way. So what we're also going to do for you guys is when you join, I'm going to get on a one-on-one call with you. And instead of, just saying, hey, here's a program, here's tools, good luck, I'm going to get on a call with you when you join. And we're going to say, all right, what is the low-hanging fruit? How can we quickly land that very first client? That way you can immediately pay off the course and you start hitting profit. Does that sound fair to everybody? Go and give me a 1 in the chat box if that sounds fair, that I'm actually willing to get on a call with you and discuss the quickest strategy, just like I did with Dan. Dan locked in his first client. Most members end up landing their first client within the first week or two. Why? Because we get very, very clear about what needs to be done, right? Instead of just saying good luck and then you guys getting caught in analysis paralysis, what we're going to do is, and Justin, keep doing your thing, man. So let's go and keep going here. Bear with me here for 1 second, guys. So, all right, bear with me. All right, so what we're going to do, disregard that URL at the bottom, guys. And man, the screen keeps turning off.
It was still on.
All right, there we go. All right, so what we're also going to do, guys, is we're going to give you the Alliance program. So we're going to send things to your house that way you guys know that we actually care about you. We're going to give you a free press release as well that's ready to sell. And so you're going to get a premium distribution across our total network. It's going to be done for you. So we're going to write it and distribute it ourselves. That way you have something ready to sell. We're also going to give you 60 different videos. So every single day you're going to get a video from me that's 1 minute to 5 minutes long, giving you encouragement and making sure you're ready to actually go ahead and land your very first sale. Now, what you're also going to get, guys, is you're going to get the 30-minute call. You're going to get the Hero Analysis program. You're going to get a ready-to-sell press release, which is a $500 value right there. And then you're going to get the Golden Nugget accountability sequence. So that way we can actually guarantee that you landed the client, right? All I can do is I can give you the tools. We can do the work for you, but you'll still need to put in a little bit of extra work yourself, right? That's why this is a partnership. So you're going to get the automation system. You're going to get the 6-week training program. You're going to get the power packs, the super group, a one-on-one call with me. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get the Alliance program. We're going to send things to your house. We're going to get a ready-to-sell press release. That way you can make $500 immediately. And then you're going to get the daily accountability sequence where we send you videos every single day. So What I want you to realize, guys, if you land one single client, that's going to be $1,497 a month. If you land 5 clients, that's $89,820 per year. So talk about this perfect side hustle. How many people think that managing 5 clients is very reasonable? Managing 5 clients is not as it's not as hard as you might think. It is very, very simple when you're outsourcing all of the work to experts. And so what we're going to do, you could see why if we were able to bring you those types of results, like I just showed you with Waqar and Dean and Randy and Dion and Dan, right? You could see why charging $11,243 would be an amazing price. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is for the first 10 people that end up taking action today, what we're going to do is we're going to waive the monthly cost for all of the software that you get, and you're going to get everything today for a one-time price. Now, you might be wondering, why are we going to do this for 10 people only? It's because I actually have to do one-on-one calls with you. It takes a lot of work from us to make sure that you can succeed with this. All right, so we are dedicated to your success. It is in our best interest to get you to success because you're partnered with us. And so here's all right, so you guys ready for this? Done, redirect is perfect. All right, cool. All right, so here we go, guys. So all you need to do is go to this link, Success with Local, and you guys can get started for as low as $997 today. Now, this is going to be for 10 people only. Typically, we charge $3,000 at the normal price. And so all you need to do is go over that link, and as soon as you get started, what I want you to do is make sure you schedule that call with me. That way, we can actually get on the phone, get clear about what needs to be done. You land 1 client, you pay off the course, and then we can start talking about how to get the 10 clients. Because that's my goal, is I want to get everybody here to 10 clients. So let's go ahead and so make sure that when you guys enter that link in, that you're using capitals, all right? So just 1 client pays for the entire program, all right? So all you need to do is go over to Success with Local. Okay, cool. All right, so I see some things coming in the chat box. So just like Waqar, person that flipping burgers for $10 an hour, knows nothing about marketing, can land his very first client. This was actually his second client, which is a sugar bar, and he did social media management for them, paying him $1,000 a month. Okay, so then we got Juan here, and he was able to lock in 2 clients in the first week, actually in a single day, that paid him $2,295. So my point here, guys, is we land 1 client using exactly what I just showed you today, and we pay off the entire program. You get all the software, done-for-you services, and direct access to Justin and myself. If we need to get on a call together, I'm willing to do that because I want to guarantee your success. I want to make sure that we can get you successful. That way we can brag about you a little bit. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and keep going here. Move down. All right, so just like the hundreds of heroes, just like you guys can succeed with this. All right, so now the question is, Justin says, all right, so bear with me. Justin, you can't talk, can you? All right, so anyway, all right, so all you guys need to do is go over to that link and you guys can get started. So the question is, are you guys going to be, so go and give me in the chat box, how many people are considering joining this program today? So we only have open for 10 people. Go ahead and let me know inside the chat box who's going to be joining today. Beautiful. So I see yes, beautiful, awesome. All right, great. Now the thing I want to cover is we have 2 types of heroes that join this group. We have Take Action Jackson, the person that gets on the call with me, and then we got Lazy Louie. All right, so if you join the program, get on the first call with me. That way we can get you to the first client as quick as possible. Now I want you to ask yourself, if we can get you 1 client that pays you $1,497 a month, which is $17,920 a year, would that be worth it? Absolutely. So get on the call with me. That way we can get you that first client, pay off the program, and start hitting profit. And I'll be with you to make sure that we can build systems around any objections or problems that you may face. All you need to do is go to Success with Local, and you'll be able to get started. So you have 2 choices. Choice number 1 is you do nothing. You take this training that you just watched and do nothing with it. Option number 2 is you pony up the small investment that we showed you today. $997 for what we've shown you today is a very reasonable price, considering that we can get that within the first week, the second week. As long as we go out and we take action and we start actually talking to local businesses, giving value, following the 6 steps, we can get you to success, and I'm very confident about that. Now, if you're on the fence and one of the things holding you back is the fact that, maybe you don't have 997. So we're going to also offer a split pay where we can do 3 payments of 397. So that's going to be an offer that you're going to see on the page as well. All right, awesome. All right, so we have 2 options for you guys. We have a one-time payment, which is going to be $997, and a 3-pay plan for $397 of 3 payments. Now, if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to us. Also available for German-speaking countries, yes. I actually worked with a guy in Germany, and we worked with a guy that's in France. I just got off a call with the guy in France yesterday. He's been killing it with Google My Business, actually. So pretty cool stuff. Now, when you land that first client, what I want to make sure is we're going to send you a T-shirt. We're going to celebrate that success. We're going to do only 10. How is that possible? Mark, the reason that it's only 10 is because, like I said, I have to get on one-on-one calls with you. There's a lot of onboarding that I have to do with you guys. So if we get too many people, it's just too much work for me to do. I have local clients, we have heroes. So to provide you the best value, we can only accept 10 people. So that way we can actually make sure we get you to success. All right, so then we got Frank here. Like I said, landing his first client. We got Dean here sending us. He was actually on vacation when he sent us this, and I really do appreciate that. Now, one thing I want to show you guys is not only are all of our heroes out there landing clients and getting successes, but instead of just showing you screenshots and little videos, every single client that lands their first, every single hero that lands their first client, we do a one-on-one call together where we dig in deep, talking about how they overcame their objections, their backstory, what they sold their client on, how they sold their client, what their plans are now. Most of these calls are about 20 to 60 minutes long, so you're going to get a ton of value just off of that. So like Corey's story, how he ended up locking in 9 clients for SSL, you're going to be able to follow that. Then we got Chris's story, how he was locking in real estate agents for press releases very effectively. We got Wakar talking about how he offers social media management to spas and gyms. Then we got Randy, how he sells services to motocross businesses. Frank, how he was locking in plumbers. Alex, how he locked in a couple local businesses near him. So instead of just going out there and trying to struggle yourself, just copy what works. And I wanted to make sure that I did that. So you're going to get all of those interviews as well. So how easy is this, guys? So we're going to sell a quick fix. We're going to go approach a local business, talk about a single problem. What is the problem? Hey, you don't have a Facebook retargeting pixel. Why is it important? Well, look at Amazon. When you go to Amazon and you're looking at bedspreads, you go to Facebook, and they're now all of a sudden you see retargeting ads. Well, just like normal sales, it takes 7 to 10 touches before you can actually close a sale, person to person, right? Well, the same thing goes digitally. We need to follow up with people, and we can do that through retargeting people that visit your website with customer testimonials. Local businesses are not doing that, and there's a massive opportunity for us. So all you guys need to do, like I said, for the first 10 people, I think we already had a few people join. All you need to do is go over to Success with Local and be able to get started. So like I said, there's 2 options. You have the 997 option. Like I said, our goal, get on the call. Let's get that first client closed, pay it off, get to a pretty large success story. Then you'll also have the 3 payment plan, which is going to be a 397 of 3 payments. Excuse me. And then you might be wondering, let's go ahead and open this up real quick. And so you might be also wondering, what is the warranty that we're going to be offering? So what we're going to offer, bear with me here. It's like my slide is corrupted. There we go. All right, so really the purpose of the guarantee, the warranty here is as long as you guys don't give up on us, we're not going to give up on you. Justin and I are going to give you our full commitment. We're going to make sense to limit students, exactly, because there's only so much time in the day, right, Terry? So what we want to do, guys, is we want you to understand that we're trying to take out every single problem that you're going to face, right? Problem number 1, knowing how to approach people and lock in customers. So we created a course. We created scripts and guides and templates. That way it can be copy-paste easy, all right? Then we were like, okay, well, then you're going to need to go get ClickFunnels, and you're going to need to get Hootsuite, some social media management tool. You're going to need to go get some Leads Finder. Well, how about this? Let's spend 6 months and build all the software ourselves. And so that's what you got. And then we were like, oh, man, now even though they have the software, that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to fulfill effectively. So now we have fulfillment as well. So you're going to get the course, you're going to get, you know, all the software to help automate things, and then you're even going to have us so that we can fulfill for you. So I've never seen an agency offer like this, and it's pretty incredible. That's why we've had such great successes with it, because it makes things way easier. Let's go ahead and keep going here. So final summary, guys, local business needs your help, like desperately. All right, you should see what we just did for this physical therapist I just started working with. We published just a couple of videos already on their social media pages, and they've already gotten 3 new clients. 3. That's an extra, like, probably $4,000 a month for them. Save the day by doing a quick wow. So instead of selling them on some big complicated project, I just fixed their website, and then they were like, wow, you did that really fast. Let's keep working together. And then get paid right now money by selling quantifiable problems like SSL, or, you know, setting up retargeting ads, or managing their social media, or fixing their Google My Business profile. Any one of these things, or even building backlinks through running press releases and creating buzz around their business, and kind of YouTube ad setup. Exactly, Ray. And so all of those things we can do when you partner with us, and all you need to do is go to Success with Local, and we'll be able to help you with that. Now, for some of the folks here, especially US-based people, we're going to also offer no payments, no interest, in full for up to 6 months. So, but the point here is, if you can't land a client in 6 months and you're implementing, I kind of feel like we didn't do the call. Okay, so the key here is, you know, if you end up joining the PayPal credit, make sure you do the call with me. That way we can get clear about, you know, how to land that first client. And like I said, it is in our best interest that you lock in that first client, you pay off the course, and you start hitting profit. I don't want that to be, that's like goal number 1, but the ultimate goal, because that's micro goal, macro goal, get you to the point where you can be financially, you know, independent. You don't have to work a 9-to-5 job. You don't have to do the things that you don't want to do for revenue. For me, having Justin as my backup, it has been fantastic. You should see my face now when I go and approach business owners. It's not a doubt in my mind that we can't deliver massively for them. And it's just such a good feeling when you have that confidence about being able to deliver. But even more importantly, after the first month or 2, when they start seeing results and they come back to you saying, oh my gosh, I've worked with a lot of people, and not only are you at almost a cheaper price, but even better, you're bringing 10 times the value, right? Because a lot of these agencies, what end up happening is they're trying to fit like a square peg into a circle hole. And they're like, but, you know, the business owner's like, hey, I already have this, but the agency keeps trying to sell them on something they don't necessarily need. And so that's why we're able to offer many services that are going to move the needle for them, and they want to keep working with us. So the question is, are you guys ready to be a part of our team? Go ahead and let me know in the chat box. You know, like I said, you're going to get the entire training course, which is great. You won't even need that if you do the first call. Are you guys ready to, you know, actually use us as your fulfillment team for at cost prices? Justin says, whoo, exactly. Losing my voice a little bit. But I am pumped and ready to show you guys these things. You know, we're offering just, yeah, some insane value here. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. I see a bunch of people are already signing up. Now, let me paint the picture as far as what's going to happen when you get started. Okay. So we're going to do the call. You're going to join the Be a Hero Partner Program. We're going to do the call. And then we're going to land our first client. Our goal number 1, land a client for $500 per month. How many people think that's very obtainable? Can you guys give me a 1 in the chat box if you think that it's very obtainable to land 1 client paying you $500 a month? Awesome. So after we land 1 client paying us $500 a month, and that's going to get us to the 4-figure club per year, then we're going to try to upgrade that single client to a $1,500 per month client. And that will get us 5 figures per year, $17,000 plus to be specific. And then after we land client number 1, we end up upgrading them to $1,500 a month. We're bringing some amazing value. Then we're going to use that as a testimonial to get more clients. And by the time that you have 6 clients paying you $1,497 a month, that's like $107,000 a year. How many people are making 6 figures a year already? Go and let me know in the chat box. How many people here are already doing 6 figures? Yeah, just go ahead and let me know in the chat box. And it's not meant to make you feel insecure or anything like that, but it's just a good baseline to ask yourself, and what I'm doing, is it working? Is what I'm doing actually working and moving the needle? You know, is it obtainable? For me, getting 6 clients, up to 10 clients, not only is it much easier to manage if I'm outsourcing all the work, it's just an awesome, awesome opportunity. It is so cool. And I'm saying this as a believer myself. Like exactly what I'm telling you guys, I do. Like for a living, this is what I do now. And so just copy what I do, and we can get on calls. I can show you all the crazy new tactics I'm finding out every day doing for these businesses. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going here. So go ahead and give me a hell yeah if you guys are ready to join. Go ahead and give me a hell yeah if you guys are ready to become a partner with us, get all the software, the suite, and all of the training, and now also let us handle fulfillment for you if you want. You can do the fulfillment yourself. You can hire a VA, but if you really just don't even want to worry about it, we can do that for you and do it at a very, very high level. The guy that is actually doing the fulfillment, you guys want to know something pretty cool? Go ahead and give me a hell yeah. You guys want to know something pretty cool. So Jeff says, I came in late. So one of the guys on our team that's doing fulfillment actually wrote part of the marketing curriculum for Harvard University for their marketing program. So not only are you getting fulfillment, but you're getting fulfillment from seriously experts. Like Justin's been doing this for 20 years. One of the guys that's working on our team, used to write these big programs for Harvard. So pretty awesome stuff. All you guys need to do to join is just go to /successwithlocal. Just make sure that you have capitals in there, okay? All right, now, as I promised, I'm going to give you guys the free bonus. So all you got to do is go over to /Be a Hero survey, which Justin can comment inside of there. And so what you can do is I'm going to have you guys fill out a survey. It'll take you 2 minutes. I just want honest feedback. How did you feel like my presentation went? How did you feel the offer was? Could we improve? And then you'll get the bonus. Just don't leave before you get the bonus. That way you get the Instant Expert checklist to make all of this possible. And if you end up landing a client with the Instant Expert checklist, let me know. Or if you have questions, just let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going here. So like I said, to join, all it's going to be is $997. $997 is fractionally small. If I can get you to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year or a month, if we can get you there, $997 is going to seem like a penny. All right, and then also we have the payment plan. We have the PayPal credit if you want to go that route. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys have? What questions do you guys have for us? So just ask away. We're going to be here for you. And so if there's anything that you guys are wondering, we'll be able to walk through that now. Ray, you still there, buddy?
Yes, I am.
And Justin, did you ever get your mic working? See if we get the full party here. I don't know if you did. But anyway, Ray, do you have any feedback, anything you would like to say to your audience?
Yeah, the only thing, well, the first thing that I would say is, if you're concerned about jumping into something like this, is it possible to do this? Just understand that there are people that have already done this before, and those are the people that you need to listen to. These guys, I know some of you in here have successful businesses, and obviously Shane does, and Justin does all that great work, and I've had a lot of success in this. So it is something that is attainable. And I know it's scary because everybody hears these things. Oh yeah, everybody says you can make money online, but can you really do it? Well, this is a little bit different. This isn't, you're not selling some snake oil. You're not, getting into some multi-level marketing scheme. This is actual work that you can get done for people to help them and get paid for it. And that's what I do every day. As we were going through this, and just so everybody's clear, with what Shane's offering here, I'm not yet a part of this program, but the things that he's doing are very, very similar to exactly what I'm doing. And I kind of smiled as I was watching this because I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what we do. And we just signed another client again last night, and it's going to be a very lucrative contract with these guys. And we're talking potentially, just these one guys alone could reach high 6 figures just for working with these guys. And so it is something that is very possible. And Shane, are you still there? Your screen went blank. I think we dropped Shane for a second there because his screen went black.
There we go.
There we go. He's back again. All right. So that was kind of strange. But anyway, the point being is you can do this. It can be done. And if, not to sound silly, but if I can do it, then anybody can do it, because I am not a technical guy. The only thing that I do is YouTube and video-based stuff. So everything else has to be outsourced, or in my case, we actually have a bigger group. We've got partners on a lot of the stuff. So I've got somebody who handles the website stuff. I've got somebody that handles the SEO stuff, but that agency is well into seven-figure agency. So it can be done. It's just a matter of getting started and actually putting in the time and the effort. And I know that can be difficult sometimes to get into that, but believe me, it is well worth it, because it is a lot better to, start making 6-7 figures than it is to struggle in some job somewhere. I mean, it's just a major difference. So what else can we say about that?
So something I would love to say that, Ray hasn't said yet that we talked about in the beginning is Ray did something that is identical, like he said, to what we're doing, which was Ray knew that, listen, SEO is tough, running ads is tough, all these services are tough to fulfill. So Ray could have spent a year, 2 years trying to master each one of those, but instead he ended up finding people that were already experts at those things. And now Ray has a expert level team. So he has kind of like an assembly line of fulfillment services. So now he can go and offer these services and have someone else that's an expert doing the work.
Yep, absolutely. And we've got, and not only that, but we also have the experts that we hire in for a lot of that stuff as well. So while I might be managing the YouTube stuff and I do get my hands dirty doing it, we also have people helping. And in the SEO stuff, we have somebody that gets in there and helps get that work done so that we can have one main person who kind of manages those projects. So it's almost like, in our case, it's a little bit different. It's almost like, these separate businesses that are kind of put together. So I guess it would be separate departments. So it would be the way that it works. And each one takes care of one section of that. And we have people that help us out, because it's difficult to do it all yourself. If I had to do all of the YouTube stuff all by myself all of the time, there's no way I could get everything done. And there's no way I could get all my other stuff done, because I've got a lot of different things going on. And so if you can get your clients, and that's the big part, if you can get your clients, you can get the work done, because there are experts who can do it and do it quickly. And that's what matters.
Exactly. And, what was so fulfilling for me was going from, helping people achieve their fitness goals, which it's just simple things, using things that are trackable, that are achievable, and then just staying on it until we achieve success, switching from that to helping businesses achieve wealth, which is, once again, breaking things down small, achieving each quantifiable goal until we reach success. And just going from that industry to this industry and learning Justin's tactics and, the same tactics that I see you talking about, Ray, now it's fully scalable for me. If I ever went back to personal training, I'd dominate the industry just with the tools and training that I have now. But it's just an awesome way to, make a revenue online. So if you've been thinking about, do I go affiliate marketing? Do I go e-commerce? Do I go local marketing? Like I said, realize that local marketing literally is right now money. If all you have to do is go and solve a problem for them, hire an expert to do the work, just make sure that your client is happy, not only are you going to bring amazing value, but you're going to have somebody that's going to want to say, hey, what else can you do? What else can you offer from me? Can you keep helping me? They're going to want you by their side, hence the concept of be a hero. Instead of going there just trying to see them as a dollar sign, we can actually go there bringing amazing value, making a difference for their business. And like I said earlier, most of these local businesses don't know how to separate themselves from the other 400 plumbers in the local area. And so all we have to do is bring out their brand story, bring out the authenticity in their business, and then dial in an irresistible offer to get people in the door. And, think about it this way. How many businesses are you seeing building email lists, putting out customer testimonials? You'd be surprised. Not very many. And so if we did those very basic things that we see in the internet marketing realm for local businesses, we're going to dominate the industry. I'm a competitive guy. And so when I pick up clients, I'm like, all right, how can we go totally dominate this local area? And that's what we're doing for this physical therapist this week. And you guys are going to do the same thing. So my challenge is join the program, Let us work with you to achieve this success. And even if you already have 10, 15, 20 clients, we can still work on building better systems to help automate and delegate a lot of the work. So that way you're not working 80+ hour weeks. And maybe we can even find ways to improve quality of service, or just systems of how you're approaching and getting new customers. One of the things that one of the heroes is doing is he's downloading all those leads reports, and then he's having a VA for $3 an hour call them and schedule appointments. And so now he's not even doing cold calling, somebody else is. So he's outsourcing everything. So that is the key to this program. So does anybody have any questions while we're still here? Like I said, all you got to do is go over to /successwithlocal. Make sure to use the capitals. And if you guys have anything, now what I would like to do is go ahead and give me a 3 if you guys are a little bit on the fence. That you're considering joining, but there's something that you just want a little bit more information about. Go ahead and let me know in the chat box if you're 3, and that's totally fine. Okay.
And while we're waiting for that, just to cut back in there, because you mentioned one thing that was interesting. You mentioned the email marketing thing, and the client that I picked up last night, that's exactly what theirs was. It was completely about email marketing. They needed to have a server set up and all these other things. And I can tell you right now, I'm not the one setting that stuff up.
Exactly.
It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be so well worth it. These guys are going to be paying big bucks every month. And by the way, this is on the more creative side, we're getting a percentage of their business for doing this. And so that's why this is going to be worth just, potentially up to 7 figures just with these guys alone, assuming things go well. So Jeff says he has a 3, but he needs to watch the replay. No problem, Jeff. We get that.
So what I'm going to do is, Jeff, I just sent you a link. And what I would like to do is, nothing is better than actually asking questions direct to the person. So I just sent you a link. And, if you want, schedule a call with me. And we can actually go through and you can ask any questions you want. There's no obligation to buy anything. But that way, after you watch the replay, if you have questions, you can ask me directly. All right. So does that sound fair, Jeff? That way, you know exactly what you're getting into. I want to make sure that we are fully transparent on everything. You're clear, we're clear, and we can just get you to success as quick as possible. So all you need to do is just go over to that link. You'll be able to schedule a call if you need to. Jeff says, sure does. Awesome. And if anybody is the same way, if you guys are on the fence, it does seem great, but you have some extra questions, go ahead and just let me know inside the chat box, and I will send you a link so we can schedule a call. Then you can ask anything you want. There's no high pressure sales or anything like that. If you want to join, great. I don't want somebody to join that doesn't want to join. All right. So if you guys see the value in this and you know what, local businesses do need help, right? They're not marketing experts. Are they going to spend their time being an amazing plumber, or are they going to, jump ship and try to become an amazing marketer? You can't do both. You got to focus on one. So I would much rather that local business focus on being an amazing plumber and then hire me to come in and be able to handle their marketing as an expert there. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead, and if there's anything more that you want to say, what's your phone number for questions? Beverly, let's go ahead and do this. I'll give you my phone number as well, and I'll give you the link. So if you want to do a screen share, that way I can actually share cool stuff with you. Bear with me here for a second. Apply in private. Cool. So go ahead and just schedule a meeting there, and I'll also send you my phone number as well.
I love that, by the way. That is real customer service there. We've also started to move into that with meeting with people online, with meetings, and that's such a great way to be able to treat clients. And by the way, use that as an example, folks, for when you're working with your clients. Be there for them like that. I mean, that's just a great customer service, stuff we don't see very often with customer service. So Shane, I do appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely. Because like I said, truly, when we built this program, it was just Justin had a giant list of customers. He had all these people that were buying his software, and they were saying, okay, we got the hammer, but how do we build the house? And we were like, all right, what is the fastest way we can actually teach people to make revenue? We were like, okay, we can teach them affiliate marketing, but it's hard. It's very difficult. E-commerce, once again, very difficult. We were like, all right, why don't we just do what we succeeded with originally just showing them how to use our tools and build a business around it. And so in the process of doing that, I did a lot of calls, a lot of one-on-one calls with heroes, because like I said, the more you guys succeed, the more we could talk about it and, build our program. So I am totally happy to do calls whenever you guys need it. And that, if that says anything, that when you do join the program and you see that we're willing to do calls right here, it's the same way when you join. So if you hit hurdles and you're like, Shane, I approached 20 businesses this week and I got hit with the same objection every time, I don't know how to get past it, we'll get on a call and we'll build a plan to get around that. That way we can just start locking in customers. That's the only thing I care about. I just want to make sure you guys are bringing revenue. That's the only thing. I don't care about you changing the color on your website 15 times. I care about how much money are you bringing into your business. And we're going to get we're going to get on that. Pretty strict about that. That way we can actually start bringing revenue, helping businesses, being a go-giver and not a go-getter, and start moving from there. So does anybody else want to schedule a call with me? That way you guys can ask me anything you want. Like I said, there's no obligation to join anything. You guys can join if you want to join and if you see the value in this. Like I said, this is not the original price. This is about a third of what we're technically charging. We're charging $3,000 to join. Why? Because we make basically nothing on 997. Our goal is to just get as many heroes into the program, succeeding, and then start scaling this company. And that's the truth, So we want to get as many people in as possible for that 10. Work with you guys hand in hand, make you guys have a successful agency. That way we can run the next webinar and say, hey, look at Terry and look at what he's been able to achieve. Actually, it's funny that your name is Terry. There's actually a Terry in the program that just locked in their first client. So cool to see you there, Terry. Does anybody have any other questions? I am here for you guys. You can schedule a call with me. You can ask them right now. I can give you my email, my Skype, anything you guys need. All I care about is, are we going to lock in clients and how are we going to improve our systems?
Nice.
Cool. So,
and like we said before, just so everybody knows, there will be a replay. However, be careful, because if we're only going to let 10 in there, it's not going to be open for very long. So you'll still get a lot out of watching the replay, but you may not be able to get in on the program if you don't act quickly. So
exactly. And I know that's unfortunate for people that do want to join and maybe you're a little bit late. It's like I said, it's the amount of work and time that we put into each hero. It's hard to do that, for 20 people at once. Think about it. If each call is 30 minutes and we have 10 people come in, and we're spending a pretty solid amount of time working with y'all. So go ahead and, just go over that link. You guys can even feel free to add me on Facebook. Touch me at, go to any place you guys want to talk to me. You can ask any question you guys have. And, we just want to make sure that you understand the value that we're bringing to the table here. And Justin has left. All right, cool. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just let me know. You can reach out to me directly. I'll send the link to everybody if you guys want to schedule a call. All right, so just go to that link. If you want to schedule a call with me, we can totally do that. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Ray? And then I think we'll probably end it for today.
Yeah, the only thing I would add to that is, of course, you can always reach out to me as well. Ask me any questions that you want. I can connect you with Shane if we need to, and I'm always around to answer any questions that you guys may have, as always, so feel free to do that. And of course, we got to say it because we say it every time. Everything we talked, oh, see, now I say we say it every time, and then I go and mumble mouth it, which before I was hitting buttons I shouldn't, and now I'm stumbling over my own words here. So let's try that again. Everything we've talked about today works, but only if you do. So you got to take action if you want results. And we all want results. And believe me, and this is straight up, results will come from these actions. I know because I've done it and it works. So you got to take action in order to get started. This is the opportunity. It's the beginning of the year. This is your chance to make this your year by jumping in and taking action. So I hope that as many of you as possible do that. And again, any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them for you.
Absolutely. And the thing I'll finish out with, guys, is I can tell you this. If you end up not joining, I can promise you will succeed. But the difference is it might take a lot longer. One of the things that I found in personal training is You know, most people can go to the gym and exercise, right? Most people can do that. But what happens when they work with a personal trainer is we could get the results, and this has been, you know, statistically proven, 6 times faster than if they go it alone. And the same thing is going to go if you join and partner with us. Since we've been there, we've done that, we've failed a million ways before we've found success, we can help jump past all those failures, help skip through those, give you systems that have already been bulletproof tested, and get you to success way faster. So just realize by partnering with somebody that has done it, that will help you every step of the way, instead of taking 6 months, a year to succeed, we can get you there much faster. And that's the helping hand that we want to be, the hero, right? So I will talk to you guys soon. Reach out to me if you need anything at all. Ray, thank you so much for your time and your lovely host skills here. I do appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. And again, everybody, by the way, if you like the presentation while I'm doing this close, give us a 1 so that Shane can see that you appreciate everything that he's done today. And hopefully everybody that's in here will take those 6 steps and look at those, write them down, look at them every day, start implementing them, and take action. Regardless of whether you join the program, take action on what you learned, because there's a lot of really good stuff there and stuff that you should be doing each and every day to make yourself successful. So with that, Shane, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate all of that you have done today.
Thank you. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the evening. Reach out to me if you need anything at all, okay? See you guys.
See you later, guys. Thank you.